GoPro filming, time-lapsing of me cleaning up all of the ceiling wood, get it out of here. So I got a few piles swept up. I'm going to go ahead and get those, get it all loaded up in the truck, and then get it dumped out there, my wood trash pile out the edge of the brush. So just wanted to kind of film it a little bit and do some GoPro filming and just kind of get the room back open again so that I can really walk around it. I'll probably vacuum off camera at some point, but really just kind of like assess this thing. I just posted another video, kind of a walk and talk, and it's not overwhelming when you get to a certain stage in the process, but it's like when you get to a certain stage of the process, it just kind of like, I've been waiting to get here for so long. It's like now that I'm finally here, you know, I can see everything, so I don't have to like guess about anything. And so now it's like, now I want to do everything all at once, but I really just need to focus on what's the most important and the best thing to start in on. So since I just got done pulling the ceiling out, it's like it's hitting me all at once. My brain's just going. So it's fun, actually. I also have other projects I'm trying to do and get done. I need to work on my wife's car a little bit, and then I need to do some gardening stuff too. So it's like, and I want to do that as well. So I'm only one person, so you just gotta. So I'm just gonna have to take a day off from this, unfortunately, and go do some other fun stuff. So, and I got a bunch of other projects that I would like to do as well. So, but I'll just take them one at a time and bring y'all along to kind of see the updates and the new things that we're doing out here. So I'm gonna get to work and filming and cleaning a little bit. So if you have questions, drop them in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe. As soon as the live's off, go check out some of the other content and kind of get caught up on what we're doing, how we're doing it. And of course, I'm always open to suggestions. So, you know, feel free to, if you have an idea or just are thinking something, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to commit to any one idea, good or bad or indifferent about it. But, you know, that way it will just file away into my brain as it's processing through everything. So, all right, I'm going to do some GoPro filming. GoPro video mode. GoPro, start recording. Hey everybody, Bigfoot here with Bigfoot Videos. So in today's video, I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning up. I'm going to get this huge pile of ceiling wood, the old tongue and groove ceiling boards. I'm going to get those out in the back of the pickup truck, sweep up, bag up this trash I've got swept up, and get it all dumped out in the woods. So I was just going to do a little bit of filming of that. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Put your comments in the comment section, and go check out some of the other content once the video is done, and kind of get caught up on everything that we're doing out here. And feel free to put any comments about what you're thinking, things you would do, different design ideas, structural ideas, all kind of stuff in the comments. Enjoy the clip. GoPro time-lapse mode. Let's do this. It's crazy how open everything is. I was looking at the electrical last night, and I think that the bedroom we moved into and the bedroom and this bedroom here, that's going to be our master once I'm done, and the bathroom in between the two rooms, I think they're all on the same circuit. I was actually thinking about getting in the attic and looking at it from the other end, where it comes in out of the circuit board, to see if that's accurate, but I'm pretty sure that that's what's going on. That's dusty. super dusty. Appreciate everybody watching. I've been enjoying doing these lives. I'm hoping I can get a decent enough internet connection out where the garden's at. I've got the stuff to network one of my routers upstairs from my router on the other corner of the house, where it's I can get a wider range to that side of the property, but I haven't done it yet. It's another project I was alluding to. That would be awesome to get done. And that's actually something I've never ever done. I mean, I've ran network cable before, but it was just kind of like something I just ran through the attic. And kind of makeshifted. This one I'm going to do wall plates, and like it's going to be like a true wired professional job. Okay. I'll sweep up more once I get this pile of wood out of here. So I'm going to put my gloves on. Start getting this crap out of here. Appreciate everybody watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I think we've added 20 subscribers, close to, within the last 24 to 36 hours. So that's awesome. We added at least 8 on the lives alone yesterday. So it's pretty wild. Let's see. Get this bad boy out of the way. So because I ran middle conduit on this electrical, I'll be able to pull once I disconnect the main line coming in, I'll be able to actually run brand new wires through the conduit. So many boards. Just got to start getting it one at a time. Man, it's crazy. Got to undo the jigsaw puzzle. All these boards and these nails. I think you got to find the top board, pull it out. If I could get all these long boards out of the way, that'd be nice. Whoops. My wife was like, "Why didn't you just cut these boards up?" And I was like, "I just didn't feel like it." working. I mean, they've got to be 15, 16 footers. Kind of crazy. Just try not to get in a rush when you're doing stuff. It's much more relaxing. I'm trying to organize this wood in the back of the truck. All my longboards will go in the far side. That way I'm not running into them later when I'm putting the shorter boards in on the other side. Alright. There's not like a whole lot of super long boards. So far, that was the longest board. Yeah, the thing about these boards you got to be careful with. I did this when I was a kid, jumping over a fence. I didn't look to see what was on the other side, and there was a board sticking up with a nail sticking up out of it, and you just step on it, and the nail does not move. It just goes right through your foot. Not a fun experience. Right through the shoe and everything. So boards like this, walking around them, you do have to be careful, because just simply not be looking, and then boom, like this one right here, I'll get it out next. At some point I'm going to have to pull the vinyl and the trim off outside around those windows and this door, so it's all going to go new. If you can hear me, just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Trying to save several different clips. Yesterday, my GoPro, I thought I'd lost footage. It just hadn't populated into my SD card when I was uploading it to the cloud, which I didn't even know was a thing. It's like, where the heck was it? And then all of a sudden it popped back up after I turned my camera off and back on. It was like 20 clips. So had a mini freak out moment. All that work I was doing, I knew I was doing it. I mean, I've missed one clip, maybe two, thinking I hit the record button, but not 20 clips. Almost done with these long boards, super long boards. If you're following along, we're on a mission to hit 500 subscribers sooner rather than later than 1,000. And I just want to if I can just monetize, give me a little bit of hope, then I'll just freaking go crazy. To get 1 million subscribers, just get crazy filming stuff. Trying to put out good content, digestible content, but real content. Like, that's why I like doing these lives, because it's unfiltered. It's more of, may not be 100% accurate, because it's my inner initial thoughts, subject to corrections. But it's at the end of the day, it's honesty. It always bothers me when people act like they know what they're talking about and they don't, and just BS their way through it. I mean, not that they don't have some kind of a clue, but it's like they speak with confidence, and it's like, just speak with clarity and to what you know, and then that should just let that be enough. So that's kind of what these lives are to me. It's just real life. Ooh. Start getting a few boards at a time now. They're a little bit more manageable. Trying to put all the boards that can go down in the bed, and then let the rest that are too long, just keep those together. I heard a nail fall out of a board and I couldn't find it. Now I'll probably run over it with my lawnmower. step on it. Tired of freaking jacking around with this. I'm hoping to get done with this and then film some gardening stuff and still have time to get in the attic, just kind of look at some electrical stuff. I'm just glad to be able to get in and outside. It feels great outside. Let's see if I get a big load again. Nope. Try it this way. There we go. Okay, making some headway. Okay. A lot of the small stuff starting to pop up here. Whew. Process, that's for sure. Doesn't look nearly as bad in the back of that truck. Ow. At some point, I'll rent a huge roll-off dumpster and just chunk everything away all at once. Pay the kids, pay my son to help get him earn some money. It's just nice because you don't have to have enough land out here to not have to fool that kind of stuff during projects. And then I can, during a time where I'm not necessarily working on, like in the middle of a project, I can just knock that out and just like start back from scratch again. Because it's you'll have to go check out the shed demo, the old original shed garage type thing. It was bad. I mean, it had gotten termites in it. Of course, I knew all that when we bought the place. It was not a salvageable piece of structure. And so I've got all that wood, because not all of the wood got termites. It's kind of still good lumber, just got a bunch of nails in it. But heck yeah. There's that back there. The old doors off that shed are back there. These suckers were heavy. I still have the old footers in the corner. Actually, they had built it on cornerstones. They put concrete on top of cornerstones. So it's like this huge iron ore rock. Yeah, 100-pound rock. So that's kind of cool. I used them to kind of decorate, quote unquote, around my compost pile. And I think of what else I've done with them. Gotten them other places. But it's pretty cool. And I found them under this house. I'm certain that the house has the same thing done to it. There's tons of iron ore out here. Okay, let's get these small pieces here. Try to get these long skinny pieces out of the way so I can sweep. So I'll probably have to end the live once I get ready to go dump it, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get good connection. My data Wi-Fi is running at lower speed. I don't think it'll work very well. I don't want to lose it. I'm sure it's catching in through my phone's memory, but still, the live feed will lag. Okay. Get these. Dang tell you what, bending over and leaning back up is a hardcore on the brain. So at some point I'll figure out exactly how I'm going to do the studs. I'm 99% sure I'm going to go ahead and go back in with some kind of OSB structural shear strength to replace that shiplap. Ooh, buddy, dusty. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll run. I'm going to do 6x6 beams underneath the floors because I want that to be really, I want the floor to be solid. I don't want to have give. I'll dig down, put a nice concrete block footing in, put a post, big 6x6 inch post, and then a 6x6 beam, probably in 8-foot sections, supported every probably every 4 feet. I'm going to put 2 down the length of this room from one end to the other, down the length of the house. Man, that is dusty. So when I do the electrical, I'm going to try to find like a large junction box so that I want to come into a junction box in the attic and then come down from the junction box into the current circuit board. And I think that's what I want to do. That's a good idea. I'll have to do that next time, dampen my broom. That's actually what we used to do in the body shop. When I first started, they would have us, you know, at the end of the day, we'd sweep and clean just to start off with a fresh day the next day because it gets friggin' dusty in there. We'd spray the floor down, and then our broom would, of course, get wet, and it helped tremendously. So I'll have to do that next time. But anyway, I want to run from a junction box to from the in the attic. So where as I'm redoing all the new wiring, I'll have like a central contact point that I can access and troubleshoot if there's ever an electrical issue, and then of course it's in a junction box for safety. I'm not actually subject to any like codes out here, code compliance. I don't have to go through inspections or anything. Mainly just doing it. Anything I do would be better, to be frank. But I might either get rid of the current circuit panel, move it to my utility room because it's kind of in the middle wall of the house, the backside, kind of in the middle. It's basically in the middle of the living room and kind of like a mudroom entry type area, part of the kitchen. So I might get rid of that completely, or I might leave it there and just replace that circuit panel. And then I might get rid of the meter that feeds it. And prior to doing that, run a line from my shed meter electrical because I have 2 meters out here. And then have them pull a meter at this current box in the house and already have the line ran to feed into that circuit panel. So basically I'll be feeding off of the main circuit panel outside of the shed, off the 2 bottom lugs, and then I'll feed into this circuit panel. It'll kind of become a sub panel essentially, but it'll be a whole house 200 amp upgrade. And so if I leave it, either way, it's fine. My wiring's all there. But if I need to run new wire for whatever reason, I can run from that circuit junction box, larger junction box in the attic. And then, and that way I'm not like, obviously not going to just wire up open wires in the attic, splices. So anyway, it'll be a fun project that I don't do all of the time. So that will be in a further video. But I also want to do it in a way where, because I want to vault the ceilings over the living room and my wife wants to put in bigger windows on that because there's a big front facing broad wall that goes into the peak of the roof. And there's a good view of the field out that window. So it'd be kind of cool to vault those ceilings and put like big view triangular shaped windows up there, or just like a big window that isn't triangular shaped, but one that's just letting natural light in. And I kind of halfway thought about putting in a little catwalk to nothing really, to attic access maybe up there. I just thought that'd be cool to do. And then you would have a view out of that top window. I think it was Ontario who did that, said that comment about wetting the broom. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. I haven't thought about that in years. Honestly, I've always just worn my mask. But it's harder to wear the mask when I'm videoing and talking. So I try to make concessions. Either way, there's really no substitute for the mask, if I'm being totally honest. But that's it. Clean room. Appreciate the likes and the views. So yeah, I just have so many ideas running through my head. I would like to raise the ceiling. My wife wants the ceiling higher. I want the ceiling higher. I want to do at least an inch thick subfloor plus final grade flooring. And so it'd be nice if I could have a finished headspace, finished ceiling height from floor to ceiling to the finished material at 8 feet. That would be nice. These 2x4 sitting straps are not even attached. Let me show you real quick. They're not attached in the middle. Let me find a real good one to show you. It's a good one here. See that? So it's not attached. It's not screwed into this fortress. I literally this one's knotted real bad right there. I probably could pull down on it my full weight and break it in half, since it's got those two fat knots on it and it's older. Anyway, so they're not even attached. So I'm kind of like going through my head thinking these two side floor joists that are up on the wall for the second story, they're nailed into a stud. They're not going to go anywhere. I'd put a couple extra screws in all of them, the ones that don't have enough nails, but it's not going anywhere. So I could like literally just cut these ceiling straps, the 2x4 ceiling straps, and get the middle section out of the way. Cut these to where I leave them there. I don't necessarily have to get them completely out of the way. And then I could come back in potentially with 2x10 or 2x12, but I'm losing height again if I do that. And 2x12 floor joist, they wouldn't be nailed into the floor above. So that's a downside. It would just simply be pushing up on the floor. And that doesn't really solve my issue that I still need to check, potential issue of how straight are these 2x8 floor joists. How bowed down are they? Because it's a 16-foot span, give or take, probably 16 and a half foot, and they're 2x8s. And there's a room above, so obviously it's got weight up there. So if I just put 2x10s up there, then I'm not really doing anything. But if I marry them to the 2x8s, glue and screw them, structural screws, then that will help. But I would need to build like a temporary wall or something through the room, probably potentially 2. And then I have to like build it in a way where I can still get these 2x10s up in there. But that way I could build a wall, a support get the 2x8s exactly where they need to be, and then um, basically, then I would marry and sister the floor joist together with a new 2x10, glue and screwed with structural screws, supported. Each 2x10 would be supported. I'd have to notch it out into the existing blocking, because they've got additional blocking over here too. That really isn't necessary. They should have gone in with 2x10s to begin with, and with a smaller block and a smaller ceiling strap. So, but I guess they just didn't do it like that in those days. Maybe the equipment was a potential bottleneck. I don't know. Anyway, I could literally talk about this all day, so I'm just going to stop right there. There's so much that I could just work through. I will keep that off camera as much as possible. So, but I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for anybody who subscribed to help us get our subscriber count up. That'd be awesome if we get to 500. And now I just need to focus on getting more our watch hours, so to fully monetize. So just check out the full length videos. That helps out. Maybe one day I'll do a viral short and it'll get me 10 million views or something like that. But that said, thanks for watching. Bigfoot out.